Good morning and welcome. Today and this weekend is a time to remember the military men and women who died in service to our country. We'll begin today's ceremony with the presentation of the colors by the Southern Regional High School Air Force Junior ROTC, followed by the flag salute and national anthem. Will you please stand and remain standing through the national anthem? The flag salute will be led by Senior Amber Roberts.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the national anthem, sung by the Southern Regional High School Honors Select Choir under the direction of Miss Michelle Lombarski.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
Please be seated. We're honored today to have members of our administration as well as dignitaries from our community. Can you please stand when your name is called, and we'll hold our applause till all have been recognized. Our high school principal, Mr. Eric Wilhelm, Southern Regional Business Administrator, Stephen Terhune, New Jersey State Assemblywoman, Diane Gove, from the Southern Regional Board of Education, Don Myers, Keith Widenoff, and Chris Taylor. We have the mayor and entire council from Stafford Township, Mayor John Spadafora, council members Henry Mancini, Lori Wersch, Stephen Fessler, Robert Kuznikow, Sharon McKenna, and Paul Cryer. From Surf City, Councilman Peter Hartney. From the Southern Regional Education Foundation, Susan Brown. American Legion Post 511 and Manahawkin Elks Lodge 2340. We thank you all for attending. They say it takes a village. Our entire village helps us with this project. Special thanks to our maintenance department who lines the fields, gets everything ready for us. Our music department, Mr. Kevin Moninghoff and Miss Michelle Lombarski. Sound, John Plumley. SNN, Leah Lucas and John Kazuba. We got two very special donors this year that helped us replace flags that we could no longer use, American Legion Post 511 and the Ocean Acres Civic Association. Stafford Township is unwavering in their support. They brought the reviewing stand in for us, and if you didn't notice, we didn't have rain for several days. The fire company came out and helped us hydrate the field so that we would be able to actually get the flags in. Yesterday, we had very special help from Army veteran Mike McManus and Marine veteran Mark Simpson. We thank you. And the bulk of the thanks goes to the student committee that's sitting right here. They have worked for months to get this ready. They were out here in the rain all day yesterday, got everything perfect, and they are unbelievable. I thank them. Memorial Day is considered the kickoff to the summer season. But Memorial Day should also have special meaning for all Americans. There are 6,847 American flags on the field. One flag for every service person who has died in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's our chance to remember those who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom. 3 of the flags have a very personal meaning for our Southern Regional family. Southern Regional graduate of the class of 2005, Army Specialist Kareem Khan, was killed in action in Iraq on August 6, 2007. The flag in memory of Kareem has been placed just in front of the flagpole by Route 9. Southern Regional has also lost 2 other graduates in the past who've been serving in our military. Their flags are on either side of Kareem's. Lance Corporal Walter Horner, U.S. Marines, graduated from Southern Regional in 1964. Walter was killed in action in Vietnam on May 8, 1967. Walter grew up in Waretown, where today there is a street named after him. The 3rd flag is for Ensign Arthur J. Platt, U.S. Navy. He graduated from Southern in 1978 and was killed in a military plane crash while serving his country. Artie grew up in Beach Haven and has been memorialized every year by the scholarship in his honor that his family carries on. We feel privileged to have friends and family of these heroes with us today. Will you please stand? These men paid the ultimate price for our freedom. Please know that this community will not forget them or what they did for us. They will live on in our memories. Each of these flags also represents the family and friends of these soldiers. They must also be remembered for their sacrifice. Bereavement experts tell us that for each active duty military loss, there are 10 people on average significantly impacted. They are mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, fiancés, grandparents, cousins, family friends, and other relatives. With the number of flags on the field, there are another 68,470 people significantly affected by these losses. We also need to remember our veterans and active duty military, many of whom are here today. At this time, we would like to honor all of you. This country would not be what it is today without your contribution. We know that all of you work tirelessly in defending our country. We want all of you to know that we are thankful for your service and your hard work. We want to pay tribute to you with a special presentation. The Southern Regional Honors Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Mr. Kevin Moninghoff, along with the Honors Select Choir and Concert Choir, will perform Armed Forces Pride of America. The flag of each branch will be presented during the anthem. Will you please stand when the anthem for your branch is played? Holding the flags of the branches are Army, Junior Bobby Stack; Marines, Junior Tommy Rossi; Navy, Senior Juliana Osuch; Coast Guard, Senior Mackenzie Oram; and Air Force, Senior Andrew Wolfschmidt.
United States Army. United States Marines. The United States Navy. United States Coast Guard. United States Air Force.
curriculum for this project, my students did research to find a meaningful reading for today. Memorial Day is also a time to remember all of the wounded military. Sophomore Amanda Pantis will now read Purple Hearts.
Military soldiers represent all races and walks of life. Many are single or are married with children and a wife. Most volunteer for the military, others answer the call when Uncle Sam needs men to protect freedom for all. A soldier knows the meaning of brotherhood and sacrifice. A soldier puts his life on the line without thinking twice. Combat soldiers witness death, the worst of war's hell, facing enemy bullets, mortars, rockets, or artillery shell. A combat soldier is fearless and tireless when facing death, and more determined when a buddy takes his last breath. More determined to win so his buddy's death isn't in vain, fighting the enemy, the environment, and the inner pain. A combat soldier knows his chance of being hit is very high, completes the mission even if it takes more than one try. A soldier's heart is big, full of courage, devotion, and pride, and country flag helping others with arms open wide. Wounded soldiers who live and return to a land of the free know the values of the words honor, peace, and liberty. Soldiers shed blood for freedom and the rights of others, completing their missions in memory of fallen brothers. This poem honors all the wounded soldiers and is meant to impart thanks to every soldier who is awarded a Purple Heart.
We're happy to have Sean Conley, graduate of the class of 2014, return for the ceremony this year. He will be playing Amazing Grace. Junior Miranda Doherty will give us the number of American military combat deaths since World War I.
Before us are the flags representing 6,847 military combat deaths in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, but many more have died in addition to these. World War I, 116,516. World War II, 405,399. Korean War, 54,246. Vietnam War, 90,209. Gulf War, 2,094, for a devastating total of 675,311 American soldiers who have died protecting our freedoms.
It's customary at any Memorial Day ceremony that a wreath be placed in memory of those who have died. Placing the wreath are Major Brian Doherty, U.S. Air Force, and graduate of Southern Regional, class of 1998. He spent 2 deployments in the Middle East and is currently continuing his military career in the United States Air Force Reserves while working at the Pentagon. Southern Regional teacher, Mr. Thomas Garneau, who served in the U.S. Air Force from 1962 to 1966. He was stationed in Goose Bay, Labrador, and in the Philippines. From there, he deployed to Vietnam, Guam, Thailand, and Japan. Southern Regional sophomore Samantha Lawback will sing If You Are Reading This while the wreath is placed. Samantha's father is currently serving in the Army in Afghanistan.
Good morning. If you're reading this, my mama's sitting there. Looks like I only got a one-way ticket over here. Sure wish I could give you one more kiss. And war was just a game we played when we were kids. So I'm laying down my gun, I'm hanging up my boots, I'm up here with God and we're both watching over you. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. And oh, my soul is where my mama always prayed that it would go. And if you're reading this, I'm already home. If you're reading this halfway around the world, I won't be there to see the birth of our little girl. I hope she looks like you, and she fights like me, and stands up for the innocent and the weak. So I'm laying down my gun, I'm hanging up my boots, and tell Dad I don't regret that I followed in his shoes. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. And oh, my soul is where my mama always prayed that it would go. And if you're reading this, I'm already home. Ooh. I'm already home. If you're reading this, there's gonna come a day that you'll move on and find someone else, and that's okay. Just remember I'm in a better place where soldiers live in peace and the angels sing Amazing Grace. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. And know my soul is where my mama always prayed that it would go. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. And oh, my soul is where my mama always prayed that it would go. And if you're reading this, I'm already home. Yeah, if you're reading this, I'm already home. Thank you.
Let us all leave for the holiday weekend, fully understanding the meaning behind Memorial Day. The flags will remain in place throughout the weekend and will be taken down on Tuesday. We'll close today's program with a special song, God Bless the USA, performed by the orchestra, select choir, and concert choir. Thank you all for coming today. Have a wonderful holiday weekend.